What's up YouTube, it's Louis here bringing you today's cryptocurrency video. We're going to dive into Hbar. Thank you guys for your support and of course liking this video. Let's get this video to 25 likes if we can. That would be very much appreciated. We need to start growing this channel, guys. Thank you guys for your support. Let's dive straight in. So basically we are, I think, going to start retracing now. We have actually back tested the 20 moving average, which is always my purple one. The white one is always the 200 EMA and the orange one is always the 55 EMA. So put them in your charts, please, if you can. Of course, I know that I use the RSI as well, but a lot of people I know that don't have the paid for version of TradingView. If you can do the free trial, amazing, because I do really like using these three moving averages, and of course I do have the 12 EMA as well, plus the RSI. So I'm not saying go pay for TradingView, but of course try to have these three trend lines. I don't use the RSI too much, so that's why I use these as my main indicators basically. And if you only have three and you want to go to the higher time frame and look at like the weekly or the daily, just change that 200 to the 12 if you only have three indicators, okay? And then obviously put that 200 EMA back, because it's very important, because once you're below the 200 you're in a downtrend. When you're above it and can confirm it as support, you're in an uptrend. So potentially we are in an uptrend, but I've seen this many times, guys, where we eventually get above it and then fall below, but then eventually get back above it. And if we can do that and confirm its support again, we're good. So it's like a fake out to the downside. And this is what I think is going to potentially happen to Hbar right now. Of course, right now, I can see we're above the 0618. So technically speaking, we're still in a target to 36 cent at the 1618. As long as you're above this, doesn't matter where you retrace to, as long as you're above the 0618 at 26 cent. As long as you're above that, we will be going to the 1618, and everything in between is basically there to manipulate you. So what I do think now is that we could potentially be losing the 20 EMA, and I'm going to show you why in a second. So over here, if we look at the chart, we've got higher highs over here, but on the RSI, you've actually got lower highs. So this over here for me is bearish divergence, because the chart is telling me, yeah, we're bullish. This is hidden bearish divergence. The chart is telling me, yeah, we're bullish, we're going to continue up, but the RSI is like, nope, we already topped out back here, we need to start coming down. And that's what we're seeing right now. However, I am also seeing bullish divergence, because on the chart getting higher lows, but on the RSI you're getting lower lows. So this is also bullish divergence. However, guys, because we're in the overbought territory, I do think we are potentially going to roll over. So if we were to roll over, I would like to see this 55 EMA hold, basically, and that would be at the 1 point, or even a wick down to this green line, which was this previous resistance point. Maybe we do come back down to there. We have done it twice already. We flipped resistance with the wicks going upwards, showing weakness in this area, to support an area of demand where we're showing strength, because we keep bouncing from there basically, each bounce getting bigger than the last bounce basically. So this is two potential scenarios. We do have that bullish divergence in the short term now that we've just formed. So could that mean we're going to continue now that we've back tested the 20? But of course, lose the 20, I think we'll come down to that 55 EMA, holding the 1 as support basically, because of that bearish divergence. Of course, could be wrong thinking that this is going to hold. If we were to lose this, then as long as we're above the 0618, it doesn't matter how deep we correct. As long as we're above that 0618, we should continue up. This was, I gave you all these technical targets to the upside, like 30 cent and 36 cent. The 30 cent ones because of this inverse head and shoulders. And actually now, I think I'm going to do this. Change this trend line a bit. Like that. See where you're basically sitting, basically. Okay, so as you can see, this trend line, you've got support, resistance, resistance, resistance. And it was actually some sort of rising wedge, wasn't it? Because you got this ascending support as well. And look, your technical target, if you fell to the downside, it's actually at the bottom down here, this body at 22 cent. But you actually broke to the upside, which is very bullish, because this here is a bearish pattern. So technically speaking, there's like 2/3 of the chance to break to the downside and 1/3 chance to break to the upside, and it chose to break to the upside, just showing you how bullish Hbar is, the strength of the bulls in Hbar. So of course at the moment you can see the support is lining up where with the 55, and this resistance point, which is should now turn into support. And this is why I think we need to come down and lose that 20 EMA, because look, since you broke above this support, resistance, resistance, resistance. The reason I know this is accurate is because I also had support and resistance tapping it. Support and resistance line is even more accurate when it has touches on either side. And that's why I know this green line is also accurate, because you have resistance, support, and it's also resistance over here. So everything's telling me, guys, that with the bearish divergence as well, all of these acting as confluence to the fact that we need to come back to retest this area over here. So I'm going to draw a circle of the area I believe that we could come down to. So just like that. Let's get that exact. So yeah, this is the area that I think we could come down to. So I would like to see this green line hold. Of course, if you lose this area completely, you are basically validating this pattern. If you come back, lose this, back test the 55 EMA support, you basically put yourself in a technical target down here. However, you can come to the 0618, and if you at least hold the 0618, we should continue up to the 1618. Actually, I'm going to be real. Technically speaking, if we're forgetting the fib levels, forgetting the moving averages, and just remove everything and just look at price action for what it is, you can come down to this. Let's just check where that was, roughly at the 786. But as long as you're printing a higher low above this, as long as you're printing a higher low above 24 or let's say 25 cent, then you basically should carry on to that 1618. It's all about, even if you come all the way down to here, stay above that, you're printing a higher low. I don't care about this low at the moment. It's about this one. As long as it's above this, we're going to continue up, and we are at the moment. But we know we're going to roll over because of the bearish divergence, but potentially that bullish divergence might hold us up because we are at the 20 moving average. But if we don't hold the 20 moving average, we know why, because of the bearish divergence, and so we want that 55 EMA to hold. Lose that, you validate the rising wedge technical target back down here, but I don't think that that would play out. Of course, if it does, sorry that I'm wrong, but the reason I don't think it will is because we're still above that 0618. And as long as you're above that 618, you should be going to the 1618 at 36 cents. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember, I forgot in my last update as well, but if you guys are interested in taking your trading to the next level, where I will help you become a self-sufficient trader where you won't even need my help after it, then just comment down below or message me on Twitter. Just tag me on Twitter. Louis, I'm interested in hearing about your course. Guys, you don't even have to do it. Just ask questions if you're interested, and I can go through with what I offer and how I can help you. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Again, let's get this to 20 likes. I will catch you guys in the next one. And as always, peace.